Oh, thank you. I think very much like one of the other acts, I think perspective in life is very important. Give us a cheer if you think it's important. Yeah, if I want that, what I do is I go back and see my parents. I don't know if anyone else here ever goes back and sees my parents, but they will tell you what they think of you in a roundabout kind of ways. Like I went home recently. It's my birthday. I turned 29. Thank you. Okay, 52. Any laughter's bullying. But I went home and they bought me a gift. Now, I don't want to brag. I don't want to appear ungrateful. But what they bought me, brace yourselves, was a car windscreen cover. Oh, yeah. For those of you who don't know what that is, from Poundland, it was quality, right? For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a cover, goes over the front of the car windscreen, frosty, snowy, pull it off, good to go, right? I don't have a car. I don't have a car, but I tell you what, a car will be the top of my list just as soon as I learn to drive. So always nice to get a bit of perspective in life. I'm also very aware of the fact that I am getting older. This is brought home to me recently because I've been in a pact with a friend of mine. That pact's very straightforward. If they reach their 50th birthday and they're still single, that we might get together. Yeah. It's their birthday tomorrow. They're still single. I think it's going to happen, guys. I really do. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to tell my wife and family, but it's all good. I mean, the good news is they do all love Dave, so it's fine. It's going to work out, I think. But I am married, and I've actually been married for 23 years now. Thank you. Oh, thank you. One person cares. That's good. And I've actually got 3 children, and I'm going to let you be the judge. I've got one that's 20, one that's 16, and one that's 4. Yeah, the 4-year-old is otherwise known as the dangers of bottomless Prosecco on date night. Yeah, he's our little Prosecco baby. That's who he is. And in fact, we went back to antenatal classes when we had him, for the first time in a long time. And for those of you who don't know what that's like, it's like you go there and people talk about their road to conception, how long it took. They might have gone through something like IVF. And then they all turn around and go, and you? And you're like, oh, God, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. 4 bottles of Prosecco and a quickie in the restaurant toilets. I mean, I say a quickie in the restaurant toilet. It was a fumble. It was so embarrassing. It made no imprint on our minds whatsoever that when we found out that my wife was pregnant, we were just like, well, when did this happen, And then, of course, there's that moment when you realise, you go, oh, that's when it happened. And you know what that makes us? Fucking legends! But actually, the hardest thing was telling my other children that there was going to be another child in the house. At the time, they were 16 and 12. Then my 12-year-old, absolutely fine. He thought, finally, a little bit of power. My 16-year-old, though, she just gave this really filthy look, and she turned around and went, how did this happen? You think, well, I probably missed a conversation somewhere along the line there, haven't we? But then she turned around and she went, how can you do this to me? How could you do this to me? I'm like, well, what do you mean? She went, you know what I mean. People are going to think that this is my baby. It's going, yes, they are. They're going to think that it's my baby that you're raising as your youngest to save embarrassment. I went, oh, don't be ridiculous. And then she threw in this little curveball. She turned around and went, people might think it's mine and Jason's baby. I'm like, who the fuck is Jason? And she went, that's the boy I've been seeing at school for a little while. And I went, really? And you're taking this moment to suggest that you and Jason might be having sex? She cut me straight off and just went, you are in no position to pass judgment. It's all fine, though. She's good now. But I am perfectly well aware of the fact that life is changing. It's like I am very well aware of the fact that I am dressing in a way now that suggests that I might be skateboarding to work, Very well aware of that. And I also know that the worries that I had maybe 20 years ago are different to the worries now. It's like 20 years ago when you had children, the biggest thing you'd worry about is maybe losing sight of your child. Now it's when are they going to start vaping? I mean, it's like I was at a family gathering over Christmas and my 14-year-old nephew kept nipping out, right? And I was really intrigued, so I followed him out. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was vaping. And he just stood there and he went, I need this. I need this to get through days like this. And I was so angry, I took it off him and went, you need this? Oh no, that's fucking lovely. You have that, honestly. It's, of course I didn't give it back to him. I've got it here. He's stuck, but it's other things though. I mean, it's like my daughter. She's at university now. She's studying very hard. Her whole thing is about studying. That's very much her mindset. She's got a group of friends. They're very much into their studies. They don't seem to go out very much. If they do, they might go for a coffee, but don't seem to be interested in drinking or drugs or smoking or anything like that. I do think to myself sometimes, how the fuck are you still so happy? And then of course it dawns on me she's been dating like a lot recently. So, of course, I phone her up from time to time and just say, you sure you wouldn't rather try some MDMA? Maybe some... Oh!